both are high, then output will be toggling. Okay, Qt plus 1 will be what? Sorry, not this one. Qt plus 1, Qt plus 1 will be Q bar. Okay, whatever earlier value was there, so 0 was there, now it is going to be what? 1. You can see here in this table. Similar will be the case here also. If j, k both inputs are high, okay, and q, this is q, and q t plus 1 will be, so it is going to be 0. Is it understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It is toggling. Whatever earlier was stored in q, it will be toggling. Okay, but yes, if clock is held high for a longer time, then you see that structure of JK flip-flop. Q gets connected to the input AND gate. J also, sorry, Q bar also get connected to the AND gate J side. Okay, so feedback is there. So new value is getting fed back. New value after toggling, a new value is coming in Q and Q bar. So that is getting fed back. And if still Q, your clock is held high, then another toggling may occur, or rather multiple toggling may occur. And if multiple toggling occurs during one clock pulse, then you don't know actually what is the final value. There's a problem. Toggling is required, but not multiple times. So how to prevent that? One is, if the clock pulse is less than TP, propagation delay is there because two gates are there. You see here AND gate and NOR gate are there. Two gates is going to offer some propagation delay. Okay, after that propagation delay, your Q will be getting the new value. Okay, it will be toggled to new value. If clock pulse is less than TP, then it may not occur. Okay, multiple toggling may not occur. But nowadays integrated circuits are so fast, this maintaining this one is difficult. And then second option is master slave JK flip flop. Means two JK flip flop connected in series, and that will also will be shown in the next slide. And third one is high pass circuit, high pass filter circuit, to make the clock like this instead of square wave like this, square pulse like this. Okay, these are the three solution, and we have discussed to some extent also. Here is the RC high pass filter is going to make the clock, input clock is like this kind of square wave, and you're getting this kind of spike. Okay, so in this case toggling, multiple toggling may not occur. Then other one is JK flip flop. You see that this is a JK flip flop, master slave JK flip flop. This is also another master slave JK. So two JK are connected in this way, and you see the feedback how it is going. From here, feedback is going to the Q bar, last Q bar going to the J side at the input, and Q is going to the K side at the input. Okay, this circuit also is going to save the or prevent the multiple toggling during one clock pulse, or it prevents the what's called race around condition. Okay, it is called race around condition. So race around condition may be prevented by JK, master slave JK flip flop, or if CP is less than TP, and another one is if you are making the clock pulse like a spike using a high pass filter. Okay, these are the three techniques. Okay, so you must remember this thing. Okay, so it is not important for us. High pass filter, regarding high pass filter, a paragraph is written here. It's not important because only circuit is one capacitor, one resistor, that you know. Now What is this? Let us see this. Basic SR latch with NOR gate. It's truth table. Here is the T flip flop. T flip flop is made from JK flip flop. Okay, J and K tied together, as you have seen earlier. JK flip flop. See, anyone is JK flip flop. The basic one I'll show. Yes, it's a NAND based JK flip flop. You see, J and K are separately applied as two inputs. Now, if you connect two together and apply one signal, and that signal you call T, then it is T flip flop. JK inputs tied together and given a name T is a T flip flop. And you see, in this case, what will happen? If T equals to, it is something like this. I'm calling this as T. Both are tied together. If T equals to 0, what is in this state? Tell me in JK flip flop.
Sir,
Yes?
Q, T.
Huh?
Sir, Q, no change.
No change. Q T plus 1 equals to Q. Better you should write T. Okay. No change. No change state. No change state. If T equals to 1, then what is Q T plus 1?
Q bar T.
Yes, Q bar. It is Q bar T. Toggling will occur. So it is going to be either toggling or remaining in the previous state. This is the characteristic of T flip flop. So that's what is done here. In T flip flop, what we have done is J and K tied together and it is named as T. Input is named as T. Okay. And here is the characteristic table. From here you see T equals to 0 means Q is the output, no change. And if T is equal to 1, see Q is 0, so it is Qt plus 1 equals to 1. So it is very easy to understand. From putting this table into this Karnaugh map, you get this expression. T Q bar plus T bar Q. It is what? It is what? Q
XOR.
XOR gate. Okay. T plus 1 is a XOR gate. T XOR Q. Okay. Sometimes it is this symbol is used. Okay. Okay. Q T plus 1 equals to this. Understood? Characteristic equation is important.
Yes.
Remember. Okay. Some question may be asked. Remember all the flip flops characteristic equation you must be remembering. This race around condition is summarized here. If you go through in a JK flip flop, if we replace age triggered with a level triggered clock and clock goes high and JK equals to 1, the output will toggle. That is known to us. New outputs are then fed back to the input gates. After 2 propagation delay time, output toggles again if the clock pulse remains high, and once more new outputs return to the inputs. Is it clear? This bullet, second bullet.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
2 propagation delay means why this 2 propagation delay?
One
It's a
initially and
two-gate.
second when
Yeah.
feedback.
Yes, Harsh Tripathi.
Sir, sir, one output is fed to the another. So, sir, one and then the second output when it passes.
After 2 propagation delay time, output toggles again if the clock pulse remains. 2 propagation delay, why is telling? See the diagram here. Here is one propagation delay here of this gate, another this gate. Always there will be taking 2 propagation delay. If you say unit propagation delay by this one and this one, of course it is not going to be unit because not same. Both may not be same. because here one inverter delay is more in this case. Okay, but still, if you assume that it is unit delay, are you able to hear me? Unit delay. Per gate, here also unit delay. Unit delay is there. Then 2 delay will be required for these 2 gates in a JK flip flop. Okay. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There is a connection problem. Now it is established. Are you hearing me? Bushra,
Yes, sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll go back to the slide here. So, are you getting why the unit delay? Are you able to see my screen? Yes. Are you
No,
seeing
sir.
my?
No, sir.
No. Yes or no?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Once again, I am sharing. Now it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so unit delay, if you consider one AND gate is having some delay and NOR gate is also having some delay, so 2 delays considered here. That's why it's told no. After 2 propagation delays, every gates 1 propagation delay is considered. So third bullet is telling what in this way the output can toggle repeatedly if the clock pulse remains high. That means we get oscillations during positive half of the clock, and when positive clock pulse dies, the output is unpredictable. And this is the problem because we are not able to predict what is the actual output lastly stored. Pratham, is it understood?
Yes, sir.
It is the problem in JK flip flop. So toggling more than once during a clock pulse is called the race around condition. And race around condition can be avoided by age triggering the JK flip flop. Age triggering means you can use a high pass filter as I have shown. Using master slave JK flip flop and making propagation delay greater than the pulse width. I mean, this is clock pulse. If this is a pulse width, if TP greater than pulse width, then it may not happen because every gate is offering 2, so 2 TP should be greater than pulse width. Is it understood how to prevent the race around condition? Now we'll
Yes,
start
sir.
something based on the flip flops. Registers, shift registers is the topic now. These registers and any shift, left shift or right shift registers are made with flip flops connected in parallel or so. So how they are going to behave? Register means that can store. Remember that registering means making records or storing it. In your 8085, you'll see many registers are there inside it. Accumulator, BC, DE, HL, etc. SP, program counter, PC will be there in your future semester, I hope. So you take it very seriously because these are important in future also. Nothing will be without this register, concept of register. So let me see what is there. Here is a example of a 4-bit shift register. Okay. Shifting means you can put the data here, data input serially, 1 bit after another, and you are applying clock everywhere in every flip-flop. D flip-flop is used here, and you are shown here only Q. Of course, Q bar will be there, obviously, but it's not shown here. Serially, you are going to input the data bit by bit, and that is getting shifted from, say, this one. Let me 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm marking this flip-flops in this way. It will be shifting through these flip-flops, and you can get this CL output from here. Okay, from here you can get the CL output. Is it understood? Yes. Suppose here, yes. Anybody? See, suppose the serial nibble bit 4-bit is called nibble. So let me call. I'm back. Are you hearing me, Bushra?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So suppose 4 bits, 1010, 4 bits you want to transmit to this shift register. So first you have applied the LSB, that is 0 here is applied here. Sorry, it is 0. Oh. 0 is applied. So that 0, when clock is coming, arriving here, positive edge of the clock is arriving. Before that, assume that all are cleared to 0. All Qs were 0 earlier. Okay. Here in this diagram, clear signal is not given. Clear control signal is not given. Otherwise, normally there will be a clear signal, clear or reset signal, which will be clearing the flip-flops at your own wish. Okay. So initially all are 0, for example. Now you are applying a input. 0 input is coming first. LSB. LSB, and this side is MSB. Left side is MSB. You applied 0, so clock is coming. That 0 will be, or D input will be stored into your flip flop, first flip flop, okay, and zero is stored, and then what will happen? What is going to be stored in this second flip flop? Its input was 0 because it was preset, so 0 is coming here also. Here also 0, here also 0. Okay. Now, if you are applying 1, let me write this. Okay. So next time you are applying 1, let me take the different color. 1, the input is 1 now. When clock has come, second clock has come, your stored value is going to be 1. Here it was 1, sorry, 0 was held here, so it will be 0 only. Everywhere 0 will be stored because 0 was the input in the inputs. Next time you are applying 0 here, so that 0 will be stored here in this, and this 1 is going to be stored here, and here will be 0 in this queue. And then lastly, we are going to apply MSB, that is 1. Okay, so after 4 clock pulse, you'll see that you're going to have all the bits stored here, and here it will be 1, last bit is 1, this will be 0, and this will be 1, and this will be 0. All the 4 bits are stored into the flip flop. Now if you want to take the stored bits out, then another 4 clock pulse has to be applied, and then you'll be getting through here. First 0 will be outed, okay, next your 1 will be outed, then again this 0 will be outed in the next third clock pulse, and fourth clock pulse you'll be getting. So it will be outed in this way, 1 bit by 1 bit at a time. Okay, so serial in, serial out is occurring, and left shift, it is shifting to the right. From the left to right, the bits are getting shifted. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll go to the next. Here you see, same thing. Only thing, from the right side, data in is applied in this side. Data in, same way the clock is applied and data will be shifted from this side to left side. Shift left register. Shift left register is told. Earlier one, you can say shift right. This is shift left. In this direction, it is moving. The data bits applied here is moving in this direction, 1 0 1 0. For example, you are applying. Okay, maybe lower bit may be applied fast in LSB. Then this one, okay, and then this one, okay, and then this one lastly, MSB. Okay, if you consider this way, LSB and MSB. The bottom one is shift right register. I mean, which one I showed in the previous slide, the same thing, only same upper one has been connected in such a way that it is shifting to the right. Okay, data in is applied here. See that? Okay, at the flip flop 3 2 1 0. Okay, so it is applied and output is connected to the input of this one 2, and then the output of this one is connected to the input here D, and this output is connected to this. So connection is just modified in such a way that you are getting shift right operation. Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Serial transfer from register to register. Meaning one register A to register B. Yeah. So this is what the setup is. Clock and shift control. You got to shift or not. Okay, shift control is gated here in a AND gate. If you don't want to shift, then shift control applies 0. So clock is not applied. Okay, clock is not applied or 0 is applied. So no transition will occur. So if you apply control, shift control 1, clock is coming, then that clock will be applied in both the registers. Okay, and then say it was holding 1 0 1 0, 4 bits were holding. Okay, so these 4 bits will be transferred to the register B serially, 1 bit by, suppose 0 will go first, then 1, then 0, then 1. This is MSB. So this I am indicating MSB. Okay. So bit by bit it is going to be shifted after 4 clock. If the registers are 4-bit register, then after 4 clock pulse, and this register B will contain the content of register A. Is it understood? And if you apply 0 here, if you apply 0, shift control is 0, what will happen? Another point you remember, if shift control is 0, clock is 0, okay, clock is 0, and hence what is going to happen? It is going to retain the previous stored value, whatever is storing. A is storing what, B is storing what, that will be, clock is not going to affect the flip-flops. Okay, no clock, no enable. Earlier enable we understood E and signal, so clock is not there, so no change state occurs in the flip-flop. If you can remember, if enable signal is 0, then no change state prevails in a flip-flop. We have discussed in the beginning. Yes, can you remember, Pratham?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And another point you remember here in this circuit, that when clock is 1 and clock is applied and control shift is 1, clock is getting applied here as well as here. Okay, so during that time the shifting is occurring from here to here, but the previous bit is getting again transferred here. 0 is going here, 0 is also getting stored back. Means after 4 clock pulse, A is going to have the same content what was earlier. Is it understood or not? The feedback is given from SOA to SIA. SOA to serial output A to serial input A is given a feedback. What is going to happen? After 4 clock pulse, all the 4 bits will be again stored as it is, as it was earlier. Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
First 4 clock pulse is going to transfer all the 4 bits to register B. Okay, next and by the time all the bits also gone back to itself, A itself. Okay, what was earlier there, that will be going there. If you want to serial out from B, what you need to do is another 4 clock pulse is required to be applied. Okay, if you do that, what's going to happen? You are going to get out of all these 4 bits, 1010, for example, serially, 1 bit by 1 bit. Okay, then what is going to have when this in next 4 bit 4 clock pulse is going to have the same thing what was earlier stored, and what is going to have the B is also going to have the again the same bits here also. Okay, it is not going to lose anything. It's going giving out but containing the same content of register A only. Anyway, it's very simple things. Let us go to. So now universal register we are going to talk about. Universal means what? It must be having the capability of, say, shift left, then shift right, shift right, shift right, then serial in, serial out, then it may be having parallel in, parallel out. All these kind of characteristics should be there. Let us read what it is telling. Okay, this is what I wrote from my memory. Say a clear control to clear the register, that should be there. Control signal, clear, or say reset clears the content of the register. A clock input must be there. Clock, CLK, or those kind of things to synchronize the operations. Okay. Then shift right control should be there. Then only shift left or shift right is possible. Okay. Then shift left control, shift right, shift left, parallel load control should be there, and parallel output line should be there. Okay, and control state that leaves the information in the register unchanged in response to the clock. A control also should be there. Control state that other shift registers may have only some or of the preceding functions, with at least one shift control will be there. And shift register we are talking about, then control should be there, shift control. As it was here, the shift control was there here. If you're applying the control, then only shifting is occurring, otherwise not. If 0 applied, then clock itself is not able to go there, so nothing will happen. Is it understood, Pratham?
Yes, sir.
Now let us see this register, controlled shift left register. Control shift left. These are all required for your microprocessor. Remember that in future. So understand this seriously. Under some control only shifting should occur, and that control will be supplied by microprocessor. So how it is? Suppose data in is being applied here. So it's going to be shift left. From right side you are applying. Now shift SHL you have applied 1. Then it will be 0. Then this 1 and this data in. Let us assume data in is equal to 1. Okay. Then 1 is coming here, and you are getting 1 here. Okay. That once clock is arriving, see, clock is applied to every flip-flops. Okay. Flip-flop 0 to flip-flop 3. So this clock is arriving, and the D input is having 1. So it will be 1. We write here. This is the output after 1 clock pulse is applied. Now, next time, maybe this data in is coming. Let me write the 1010. This is LSB. Let me not undo this. I have given 1, so let me write it as 1. Okay, this 1 has been applied at the first clock. Now next bit coming is again 1. This bit is coming. Let me take another color. Next bit is coming in this one. That is also 1. Okay, so here also 1. So now when clock is arriving, again 1 is getting stored, but this 1 is coming here also. Okay, so this is also becoming 1. So 1 1, this LSB and its a nearby bit has been stored into this 2 flip-flop, DFF 0 and DFF 1. Next time input is coming is your 0, this one getting applied here. So 0 is coming here, and clock is arriving. So here it will be 0, and here it is 1. So it will be 1. Here it is 1. So it will be 1. So this is 3 bits have been stored, rather one by one shifting also to the left. Now last bit is again 1. Last bit means your this one. Again 1. So it is 1. 1. That one when clock is arriving getting stored here, and this 0 was here, so it will be 0, and here is 1, so it will be 1, and this is 1, so it will be 1. So in this way you see that all the 4 bits has been applied serially, and it is getting left shifted also. First it is stored into FF0, then that bit is getting shifted to the left side. At every 1 clock pulse, it is shifting from 1 flip-flop to the another. Okay, and it is all after 4 clock pulse, all the 4 bits are stored into the flip-flops. Okay, now suppose you are applying shift SHL equals to 0. You don't need to shift anymore. Suppose you are not shifting, so it's going to be 1 here, and it is going to be 0. So always coming 0 here. This is 1. Okay, so this is stored 1. This is 1. Shift SHL is complemented, so 1. So what is happening here? It is 1, and it is storing back. When shift left is 0, you are not shifting, interested in shifting, you are not interested in shifting, then what is happening? It is containing or returning its own content. Is it happening or not? Yes, Pratham, tell something.
I can't visualize.
Can't visualize? Sorry. Sorry. Could you understand that how input bits are getting stored into the flip-flop? After 4 clock pulses, 4 bits is stored.
Yes, sir.
Starting with LSB. Right side bit is LSB, left side bit is MSB. Okay. Suppose you have applied the LSB first. So stored values are, after 4 clock pulse, stored values are this. Okay. This is LSB. Remember, this is LSB of your input bit, and this is your this is your MSB of your input bits. Okay, I mean this is LSB, this one, and this one is, I am telling, MSB. Is it understood? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Till here. It is
Till
understood.
here,
Yes, sir.
it is understood. All the 4 bits are getting stored. When shift left, SHL equals to 1. Whatever data you are sending, 1 bit by bit, it is getting stored in the first flip flop first. Then it is every after one clock pulse, it is shifting to the left side. Okay, and after 4 clock pulse, 4 bits here I have taken as an example. 1011 is the 4-bit binary number. Say, so 4 bit is stored, and now suppose you don't want to shift anymore. Okay, so applying SHL equals to 0. If SHL equals to 0, what is happening here? 0 is coming or not? What is coming here? Here it is 0 or not? Let me take another color. See, SHL 0 means this is 0. Is 0 or not?
Yes, sir.
Whatever is the input D in, it is 0. Is there any time lag?
No, sir.
So this is 0. So
Yes, sir.
from input side, input is not able to come. Input is not able to come here because of the SHL, AND gate is going to give always 0. This AND gate, this AND gate. Now see the left AND gate. Left AND gate. What is happening here? The shift SHL equals to 0, so its complement is 1 here. Is it understood? This one is 1. Okay. Now this one was storing 1. So it was stored value, previously stored value. We have shifted 4 bits. We are considering that bit I am considering and coming here as 1. I am considering whatever has been stored. That is what is stored? 1011. Okay, we have shifted. That was the input, and that has been stored here. From that point, I am starting. So 1 is applied to the AND gate, this AND gate. Okay, and so 1 is coming here, 1 is coming here. When the clock is arriving, what is going to happen? It is returning the previous value or not?
Yes, sir.
Same thing is
Yes.
happening in every flip flop. Same thing is happening. Left AND gate is used, and it is going to retain the previous store. That's what I have written. I think. Let us read this. What I have written. The SHL equals to 1. D in is serially inputted and shifted towards left. That's what I have written in a brief. When SHL equals to 0, stored bits are reloaded on every clock edge. That is, retains the previous value. Is it understood or not? Pratham?
Yes, sir. Now it is understood.
Okay. So this is a shift left and with under the control of shift SHL. It can, if you are not applying the SHL, then it is returning the value. Now shift right, SHR. This I have drawn based on the previous diagram. You'll see that you are applying the input here, D in left side, and clock is applied everywhere. Every flip flop clock is applied. D flip flop is used only, and it is going to make a right shift from left to right. From D3, it will be shifted in this way. Okay. Should I explain any more or understood? Tell me. Have a look and tell me. Same diagram only I have used. Only thing redrawn in a different way to show you that it is a shift right operation. Controlled register shift right. When SHR equals to 1, shift right. takes place. Otherwise, it retains the previous value. Is it going to have this kind of characteristic? Tripathi, Harsh Tripathi, where are the other boys and girls?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm still figuring out.
Okay, look at this and tell me whether understood or not. Nilesh Kumar,
Yes, sir.
you are there. Are you understanding? Not listening. Okay. Dheeraj Banotra,
Yes, sir.
are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Kavish Gupta,
Yes, sir.
have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Sham Sundar, Sham Sundar, absent. Ritik Relen,
Yes, sir.
are you getting?
So I'm trying to understand this.
Means you are not listening to me. Ashish Kumar, Puneet Kumar, Tanay Kumar, Prajwal, Sumit Soren, Roshan Kumar,
Yes, sir.
Roshan Kumar,
Yes, sir.
are you
Sir,
understanding?
Yes, sir.
Sumit, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Amir Raja,
Yes, sir.
understood.
Yes, sir.
Akash Kumar, Akash Kumar is absent. Ehsan, Ehsan,
Yes,
Takvim,
Yes, sir.
could you understand?
Yes, sir.
See, this is such a subject now everybody knows and so easy. And mostly people ask questions from these digital circuits because even those who are coming for interviewing, they're also much comfortable in this subject, not very critical subjects like analog or even RF circuits. Those are very complicated. So simple question may be asked from these subjects. So you don't ignore this subject. Digital electronics, VLSI design, only core companies are coming for this, and these are all part of the things. Okay. Anyway, if it is understood, let me go to the next slide. Here it is, having parallel loading capability also. Okay. And I have written it very brief. D in is shifted left when SHL equals to 1, like previous case as described earlier. When load is 1, data bits x3, this x3, x2, x1, x0 are parallel loaded into the flip-flop. Okay. Serial in, serial out, serial in, serial out, or serial in, parallel out, parallel in, parallel out, parallel in, serial out. That is MSB X3 will be outed first. If you serially out, suppose, then you can take out the output from here. Serially, it will be left shifted and serially outed. Or you can parallel load all the 4 bits x0 to x3 into the flip-flop, and you can serially out it. And if you out it from Q3, then you'll get all the bits one by one. So all these activities can be done. Still, right shift is not here, there. Right shift is not there. So we cannot say it is a universal shift register. Okay. Universal shift register should have all the capabilities. Okay. So is it understood? Let us try something new. Whether parallel loading, shift left, you have understood. New thing here is what? Parallel loading. We have earlier understood that serially how data bit can be stored into it, shifting bit by bit to the left. Okay, so we will not discuss that, but we'll discuss the parallel loading capability of this register. When load equals to 1, load equals to this equals to 1, and what is going to happen? SHL, take it as say 0. What is going to happen? Shift left is 0. You can take shift left equals to 1 also. Let us take this example. Shift left is equal to 0. I am taking. Zero I am taking. Then what is the output of the NOR gate? Tell.
0.
NOR gate 0 1. Input is 0 1. So it is 0. So that 0 is coming here. How then is going to be loaded? This is coming here 0. Your x1 is coming x0 or x1 is coming here. This is x0, x1, x2, x3, and you have taken load equals to 1. So this is 1. Okay. So everywhere it is 1. Okay. Now, so it will be whatever x is. If x is 0, this is 0, x is 1, then this is also 1. So x0 is arriving here. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
x0 is able to arrive
Yes,
here because load is 1. So that x0 is available here also. Same will be the case for x1, x2, x3. Okay. So one case is to be understood first. So that when clock is arriving, that x0 is getting stored here or not? Yes,
Yes,
or no?
sir.
Similarly, x1 will be stored here, x2 will be stored here, x3 will be stored here. So parallel loading is possible. But during this time, when load operation is performed, parallel load operation is performed, what about the other operation? Shifting left or data in, whether it is happening or not, or returning the values is going to happen. Returning the values, let us consider first. If shift SHL equals to 0, what we have seen in the last slides, what is done by this register? When
So
SH,
it retains.
it retains. So returning is happening or not? That let us discuss that. Okay, I'll take the new color. See, SHL equals to 0. This is 0. Okay. Okay. So this is going to be 0. Data in is not going to be entered or stored into flip flops. Okay. Always it will be 0 because of the SHL 0. So that part you forget. No entry from the D in. It is not going to affect the flip flops. Okay, because always 0 is going to come. Now consider the return operation. Shift left SHL equals to 0. If it is 0, then this is 0, of course, all 0. Now what is happening here? X0 is connected here, and your SHL equals to 0. So how it is coming? Shift returning, how it is happening? Tell. I have marked all those. This should get path into it. So if shift left is equal to 0, 0 is applied here. And in a NOR gate, if one input is 0, what is the output?
Inverse of the other.
Inverse. Complement. So you get 1 here. Are you getting 1 here or not? That you tell me. One input of a NOR gate is 0. What is the output? The load is also, of course,
The
load
load should be
here
zero.
you are not loading, so load is also 0. Load is also 0 because you are not loading here. You are not loading parallelly, okay? You are not shifting left. So both signals should be 0. So if you both are 0, what the output of this NOR gate?
1.
1.
Yes, it is 1. So this 1 is coming here. So X0 getting path up to here. X0 is going to get up to here or not?
Yes, sir.
It is getting path like this or not? Tell me. So it is returning or not? When you are not performing the parallel shifting in, data in and parallel shifting left, and you are not loading parallelly, then what the resistor should do? It
It is
should
retaining.
retain, and that is happening or not? Busra, happening?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
similarly, this is going to happen in all the flip-flops. Sagar Kumar, Akanksha,
Yes, sir.
Sagar,
Yes, sir.
are you understanding this thing?
Yes, sir. Understanding, sir.
Okay, I'll go ahead then. Now here it is a universal shift register. You see, everything is possible in this. Shifting to the left, serial input for shifting to the left, serial input for shifting to the right, and parallel loading. These are the inputs, parallel inputs. Parallel loading will be done, and parallel output also can be obtained from this. So serial in, parallel out, parallel in, serial out, left shift, right shift, all functions can be realized. All possible operations can be performed using this multiplexer based shift register or universal register rather. Okay, so should I explain or you can understand? Yes, you have S1 and S0 control signals for the marks. Let us try to understand what will happen. Say 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. These are the control signals. What operation will be performed? Tell me. I will not tell you till now. 0 0. What operations would be performed?
No change.
Bushra and yes,
Sir, I3 will be passed. Sir, Harsh.
Harsh, okay. When 0, 0, what is going to happen?
Sir, no change.
No change. Means it is going to retain. Right?
Yes, sir.
Retaining. 0, 0 means this input, 0 input of the marks will be getting the path. Okay, to Y output. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So 0 input is connected to Q. See here. Isn't it? Q here. Similarly, everywhere you see, this is connected in this way. So it is going to retain the previous content. Okay. Then 0, 1. What is going to happen in 0, 1 state? Tell. You will tell. Who is going to tell? Let me see.
The right shift.
Now, as can be seen that the 1 will get path here. Input 1 is going to get path here. Right? To Y. So it is very easy to understand that 1 to the left, serial input for shift right is coming in this way. So data serial will be inputted here, and that will be stored when clock is going to arrive. Okay, that is input is getting path up to here, this point. Input through this is coming to this marks. When clock is arriving, it is going to store here. Say, let me write it as LSB. If I have 1010, okay, so LSB 0 is going to come here. 0 is going to come here. It is going to be stored here. LSB is going to come first, for example, then it is going to happen. Okay, and when the next clock pulse is coming, then what will happen? Possibly before that you have cleared, because you have the clear signal here. For any operation, normally you will be shifting left, shifting right, or kind of operation, you will be clearing the flip-flops past by applying clear B, clear bar 0. Low clear bar will be clearing the flip-flops. So you have done initially. After that, you have started serially inputting from the left side, and what will happen? It will be keep on shifting from left to right in this direction. Is it understood? We have already discussed serial shifting. Yes or no, Bushra?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Will not spend time. It's very easy to understand. If anybody is not understanding, tell me. I'll keep on discussing. Vishal Giri, Samir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, understanding.
Yes, sir.
Then Manish Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Are you understanding the same?
Yes, sir.
How shifting is occurring from left to right. When clock will arrive, this D input 0 is going to be stored here. Okay, on the next clock pulse, that is getting applied through these to these to this here. That 0 is coming, but new value is going to be coming here. New value means this one. This one is new value now. That is 1 going to come here. Okay, now, and the next time it is going to on clock edge arrival, the 1 is going to be stored here, and that 0 was stored earlier, that will be stored here. So in this way it is going to shift from left to right. We have discussed earlier. So this is all about your shift register, all kind of shift registers we have discussed. Now I think time is over, so we'll start discussing counters, that two types of counters, synchronous and asynchronous, and the next class. Okay, next class will be on this. Get ready for another quiz on third module. Okay, leave the class and attend other classes.